That's fine.
Hey, Chelsea, how are you?
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I am doing well. Happy Thursday.
Yeah, happy Thursday. Can you hear me? Well, I'm at home with like a new setup with another screen over here. I just wanted to make sure I'm sounding clear.
You sound loud and clear. Really
Okay.
good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So I'll unmute myself.
Well, you need it. You'll be unmuted now.
Oh,
All right.
good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Chelsea and I are divided by a few walls, interior walls.
Good morning.
I don't think everybody understood what I just said, Chelsea.
Only we understand.
It'll be our secret.
Gotcha. Choo-choo.
No, I actually had a meeting down the street at HRC Surveyors, and I wouldn't have had enough time to get to where I'm set up to do a Zoom meeting. So we worked out where I'm actually sitting in a conference room at City Hall in front of one of their laptops. So thank you, Chelsea, to make this happen.
No problem. Anytime.
You're a good person, Chelsea, to do that for him.
Thank you, Phil.
Yeah, I vote for her for Employee of the Year.
All
I
right.
second that.
Oh, we're being, we better be quiet. Other people can hear what we're saying.
I'll go and let you know you already have a quorum. So whenever 9 o'clock or whenever you want to, Chris cues you to start, you can call the meeting to order and start after 9. But just want to let you know
Is everybody on the meeting that said they would participate, or are we missing anybody?
We have a few individuals that are missing, but no one told me that they wouldn't be on the call.
Okay. Well, I want to welcome everybody to the February 11th meeting. Later on, we will be going into executive session, but this is our regularly scheduled date. So again, thank you for joining us. And have you done roll call already, Chelsea? Because I know I'm late logging in.
I have not done roll call. I will do that at this very moment. I'll just ask all board members, when I call your name, just simply answer present or here, and then I will mark you present. And then for the other staff members such as Chris, Breezy, Andrew, I already have you marked present. First individual, Chairman Chu.
Present.
Vice Chair Scott Powers. Kathy Smith Curry.
Present.
Thank you. Mr. Jeff Camp. And I think I saw Jeff just log on, so I'll come back to him. Phil Sisk.
Here.
Don Watts.
I
And
just
John Williams.
I texted John.
Present.
Maybe he'll be on in a minute.
Okay, thank you. And then I have John Williams saying present. I'll go back to Jeff Camp. Are you present?
Hello,
Yes, sir. I hear
Yep.
you. Thank you.
Jeff Camps here.
Thank you. Chairman Chu, you may proceed. I have 5 individuals marked present. You do have a quorum.
Okay, well, thank you. Has everybody had an opportunity to read the minutes from our previous meeting? Chelsea's got them on in front of you now if you're on your computer right now. And we'll entertain a motion in a second when you've had an opportunity to look everything over.
And they were all attached to the meeting invite as well.
I move to approve.
Okay, we have a motion
I second.
and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, like sign. Budget report.
Yes, sir. I will go over the budget report with the year ending December 2020. It is up on the screen as well. Basically for our revenues, I will say we did have some bond revenues that were issued that came in right at the end of December on the 31st. So our finance department is currently putting those in, making a budget amendment and a journal entry for those. So once they complete that and we do an amendment for the next meeting, you'll see where we have revenues that have come in from those bond proceeds. Also, if I stroll down to the expenditure side, we're still in good shape for expenditures. For legal, we do have a few invoices that will be coming in from Mr. John Grenall, so we can get those paid. For other professional services, we recently this week did pay the Douglas County Development Authority for the first and second quarter, or no, for the third and fourth quarter of last year. For that payment for the amount of $25,000. So at the next meeting, you will see that for the other professional services, the expenditures in that amount will be less $25,000. As it relates to the general liability insurance, that doesn't come until the end of the fiscal year, which is in June, and our finance department handles that, but that's for general liability insurance that we have through GERMA, as well as the education and training. We did have one individual, Mr. John Williams, who completed his mandatory training for this year or for last year. So that amount was $250. And as always, if you all would like to take the advanced training, please contact me and I can get you all on the schedule. Most of the trainings this year are virtually, and they're about 6 to 8 hours virtually or over a 2-day period. As it relates to the bottom portion where it says transfer to Fund 100, of course, that is for part of my salary. They transfer a portion of that out quarterly regarding my salary to the city. And that's all for the budget report. Are there any questions regarding that? Back to you, Chair Chu.
All right, well, thank you. John, quick sidebar. Did you
Yes.
enjoy your training?
You know, I thought it was effective. I thought it was valuable. Enjoy might be a little strong, but but it was good. I thought it was good training.
Okay. So it was, you got a lot of information.
I really did. I really did. I think it was worthwhile. So yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely a good thing.
That's what it's all about. Thank you for sharing.
Certainly.
All right, new business. Chris, are you going to handle that? Is Chris on?
Yeah, I am.
Oh.
I was on mute. So we do have one item that we do need approval for. However, you know, from the context of it, I think we need to have our executive session first. So maybe we hold that for now.
Okay.
And we can do the project updates, or if you can, I guess, go through the agenda and I can do project updates when you're ready.
Okay, well then let's hold the new business. Do we have any other business to discuss today? How about some project updates, Chris?
Sure thing. So I'll share my screen. And I believe this is our first meeting of the year, right? So
Yes, that's correct.
yeah. So Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Can I share mine? There we go. Thank you. There we go. All right. Can everybody see that now?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Launches. There we go. All right. So as some of you or many of you should know, we've officially launched Elevate Douglas. If you all have the pullovers, you also know we completely changed the logo, give it a bit, polish it up more, and actually have some meaning behind it. And so we worked with Creative Mischief to come up with this for us. And really what it's signifying is the elevate, kind of the arrows is, a play on that. And we feel that it gives us some opportunities to use the logos in much different ways. So we'll kind of come up with some lapel pins and what have you. But this will be our outward facing logos kind of going forward. So the Elevate Douglas staff per se is basically development authority staff. But kind of the outward facing of that is, I'll serve as the president of Elevate Douglas, Breezy serving as the vice president of economic development. And then we just secured a new project manager. She accepted our offer this past Monday, and she will be starting on the 22nd, Monday after next, as our new project manager. So she'll be working directly and supporting Breezy in all of the projects and things that are coming in the door, and all the other things that Breezy is responsible for. So that is how we will be structured as a staff. My thing is going backwards. So some key things that will be happening. We've got a real estate transition team that is going to kick off the first week of March, I believe. And that group, I have February on here, but it's March. So that group will be responsible for evaluating the real estate assets of the Development Authority and the Chamber and the needs of Elevate Douglas, which will have the staff that I just showed, but also Chamber staff. What are going to be our needs going forward? So that's what that group will be responsible for. We're building out the staff for the shared services, which are the administrative, marketing, entrepreneurial and small business events and all of that. Those things that really support the economic development mission. We'll be building out the staff for that. The front desk coordinator was hired last month. We have the VP of operations for the chamber, who will kind of oversee the shared services eventually. Those interviews start today. The marketing director position is out there now. So that is posted, and we'll be bringing in a marketing director sometime in March, and then just continually move forward. So we've gotten in some of the funding from the private sector. We got about 3 more companies that we know are committed, and we're just waiting to obtain our, that number. Our Elevate Douglas board meeting is the week after next, so that's when we'll get a clearer update on that. Opening up our bank accounts and what have you, and then everything now is elevatedouglas.com. So our emails are Chris at Elevate Douglas, Breezy at Elevate Douglas. Our website now is elevatedouglas.com. All the other emails still work. They just will be directed, into this, and then whenever you get a reply back from us, it'll be replied on the Elevate Douglas domain. So a lot of great things happening on that front. One of the things that we do is we kind of track progress. What's happening with building permits and construction on the residential and commercial side, and it's a bit more challenging to read or understand because for some reason it converted to this orange and burnt orange color. But the burnt orange represents the city of Douglasville, and the more true orange represents Douglas County. And so it's just kind of showing, for 2020, the number of single family housing dwellings that were permitted, residential additions, commercial additions. So you see there was greater residential additions in the county, and then greater commercial new and additions that took place in the city. And then as you kind of see the valuations associated with those various permits, and then the price per square foot for all of those as well. So it's just interesting information to see. And then what we also did was really kind of show, all right, how does this compare to 2019? And this is where it starts to get more, maybe a bit more challenging. So on this first one, you see 2020 county, city, and that's looking at valuation of permits, that were issued. And you see there's the different variations of orange. So it gets a bit challenging, to see in there. But what you see is, the valuations for single family dwellings, commercial new, residential addition, and commercial additions. And so this is just kind of reflective of those things of 2020 compared to 2019.
Hey, Chris,
Yep.
is like apartments and condominiums, is that lumped in with commercial new or
Residential.
that's residential addition?
Mm-hmm.
So
Residential
that's where,
new, residential addition.
okay, so that's where apartments and condos come in. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so just a recap of 2020 from a project standpoint. We had a pretty good year. And actually, I sent you all an email maybe 30 minutes ago, so it's official now. So Project Madras, which is Microsoft in their first phase of their data center, was what we closed on last year, and now is officially being announced this morning. So really excited about that. Obviously, Bang Energy, and then Medline had a 75-person expansion at their facility last year with an additional $2.5 million of investment. So we had 7 successful projects. That's 3 existing companies in the community that expanded their operations, 4 new companies into the community, representing $663 million of investment, 880 new jobs coming to the community. So a good year, despite being in a pandemic. Any questions with that? All right. And then just the last one, and I believe this number is actually a bit higher than this now, but our project pipeline, we've got a good mix of projects that we're working on right now. And they range from manufacturing, large and small. We've got some movie studio, stuff that we're working on. And we've got some retail things that we're doing, and just a host of great activity that's happening right now. So we're excited and hopeful that 2021 is even better from a project standpoint. We've already got 2 companies that we've secured here in the month of January, and we'll be getting some announcements out about those in the coming weeks. So we're really excited about what the year entails for us. We did close out the Town Green RFP and are going to be beginning the process on that. But sir, that concludes my project updates.
Chris, I have a question. I think it was slide 8 that showed the Madras, however you pronounce it, project. And what was the money amount there? It was 20 jobs.
$100,000 a year for salary.
20 jobs. 100,000. That's 5.
We're talking about per.
Oh, we're talking about per job.
Yeah. $100,000 average salary. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I was going to say if it was $5,000.
Oh no.
That wouldn't be so right.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So we're really excited about that, and that's really just the first phase, for that project. So we're expecting a lot more growth to come from that.
All right. Well, thank you, Chris. Any other questions? Now, Chris, is that a piped in backdrop, or do you have a new backdrop at your office?
Nope, that is piped in.
Okay.
Digital backdrop.
So you'll have new shirts with that logo and everything.
We don't have new shirts yet.
No, you will have new shirts. We don't need it.
Will. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
All right. So before we go to executive session, should we discuss the next meeting date of March 11th? Chelsea? Uh-oh.
My apologies, on mute. So the next meeting date is scheduled for March 11th. Of course, every meeting is the second Thursday of the month at 9 a.m.
Okay. All right. So I'll need some direction on how we move from the regular meeting to executive session. So we officially adjourn this meeting? Do I need a motion to adjourn?
You do need a motion and a second. Once you receive a motion and a second to adjourn into executive session, just give me about 30 seconds to disconnect from the YouTube channel so this meeting will no longer be public.
Okay. So I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in agreement signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay, you have your 30 seconds, Ms. Chelsea.
Okay, I'll let you know when we are officially not streaming on YouTube anymore.
Okay.